Hey, welcome to Hansen Speed Shop. Today on this episode, we're going to be doing one of these, a 61 Chevy Impala from Hot Wheels. Get this thing cracked open. This one came from the Fast and the Furious series. And I always really liked this year. The 61 Impala is one of my favorite year Impalas. I just really like this body line with the trim on the side of the car, the way it kind of kicks down and then back up. I just think it's a really nice looking car. Been wanting to do one of these for a while, and this one we're going to do something a little bit different. And you'll kind of see what I mean as we get into this build. But we're going to do kind of what I like to call like a surf custom, something that you'd want to take to the beach, throw some surfboards on the top, and just roll the window down on a nice summer day and have a good time. So that's what we're going to do with this car. It's kind of a 60s surf custom. It's going to be super cool. We're going to get this thing blown apart, kind of take a look at what we're working with, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, back on the old 61 Impala. Got the thing stripped and torn apart, and I'm just working on getting the stands figured out. I'm going to be running these really wide Hot Wheels steel wheels with white walls in the back, and then some smaller, skinnier ones up front. I'm trying to get the back to sit as low as possible without any rubbing issues. And then to get these big tires to fit, as you can see, I had to cut out notch in right here and right here for the clearance on the backs of the wheels. And then also get this thing popped apart here. I also clearanced out the inner rear quarter panels so that we don't get any tire rub. The axle that I have on here is clearly way too long, so I'm gonna have to make a custom axle for this, which will require channeling this out and then cutting a piece of aluminum tubing, which I've done like a million times now, so not a big deal. I don't have the front wheels on here yet, but we got the body all stripped, nicely cleaned up. The idea for the paint job on this car is I'm going to be doing the car in a Bahama blue with a white roof. And then I got this pack of these really cool reproduction Hot Wheels surfboards. This was like, I don't know, there's like 12 or 14 surfboards. There's some clear ones, orange ones, yellow ones. So I'm going to be putting like maybe an orange and a yellow one on the roof on here. So that's going to be really cool. But otherwise, here's a look at the interior. Comes with a white plastic interior. We're definitely going to be staying with the white interior. Probably just going to detail this out a little bit nicer. But that's where we're at right now. It's coming along really cool. Where I notched the frame for the clearance on a little bit on the back wheel where this bump kind of sticks out. That's what we needed, just a little bit of room so this can tuck in, and then we'll have just enough room when this is fully tucked in, so we don't have any clearance problems, especially now that we notched the inner quarter panels. Should be just enough. Also, once I do the custom axle, it's going to bring this up just a hair. We'll probably also have to notch on the bottom right here for extra clearance. That should lower the back of the car just a hair where I want it to be, because I wanted this car nice and low. Our cool kind of 60s going to the beach surf car. It's come along really cool. Just basically some more detailing and stuff to do. But I was gonna say we're gonna fill this in on the top side of it so that we don't have this big ugly cutout here. So I'll fill that back in. I just needed the clearance for that. So that's our 61 Chevy so far. We'll take another look at it again once I make a little bit more progress. Alright guys, so we're back on our 61 Impala that I'm now calling the Blue Crush Impala. because there's a surf movie with some girls in it that are like surfer girls, and it was called Blue Crush. And they had a 61 four-door Impala with some surfboards on the roof. And it wasn't even my idea to like build a replica of that car, but now that I'm doing it and it's blue and it's going to have surfboards on the roof, it's definitely reminding me of the car from that movie. So we've got the body painted the Bahama blue like we talked about. Right now I'm taking some of this K&S aluminum tubing and bending it into some little racks to put on the roof. I got to make one more, and then that's what our surfboards are going to go on. Probably got to do the roof gloss white, and then we have all the detailing left to do on the body, like the trim on the side of the car, tail lights, and things like that. Planning on leaving the interior white. I might just do a little bit of detailing on that. We got to do our axles. I'm probably going to have to make some custom axles because I don't have any that are the right size with the style wheel that I want to do. And then I still got to finish fixing the base here where I cut it for clearance, and then obviously detail this all out. So that's basically all that's left to do on this car and where we're at on it. So I think the next time you guys are going to see this thing, because all I really have to do now is some detailing, painting, and finish making that other rack. The next time you guys are going to check this thing out will be at the final unveil, so we'll see you there. Alright gang, it's time for the final unveil on our 61 Impala that we're calling the Blue Crush Impala. This thing's ready to roll off to the beach, and it turned out just bitchin', super cool. Really happy with this one. Really didn't do any body modifications on this thing. Basically just wheel swap, a little bit of alteration on the stance of the car, and then a lot of detailing and a different paint job. So this started out as the Hot Wheels Fast and Furious Series 61 Impala. It was originally red. We gave it a Bahama blue paint job. Really happy with the way that color turned out on here. Looks a little bit different on camera, I'm noticing, as it does in real life. Actually has a little bit nicer look in real life. The camera's making it look a shade darker. But regardless, really nice. Really happy with that. I did the roof in a gloss white. Then detailed all the trim on the car. We're running Hot Wheels steel wheels front and back with the slightly wider and bigger ones out back. And then I lowered the front of the car just slightly and the back of the car as much as I could. I couldn't go too much on the back of the car because we're running the bigger wheels and tires. For the interior on the car, I gave it a two-tone white, and then I mixed up a custom blue, and it really came out really nice. Really helps to pop with the exterior colors, and I think it has that perfect like beach cruiser look. And then I did the dash out matching body color, and then we made this rack for on the roof. With two Hot Wheels surfboards, and the rack is removable, so we could take the rack off if you just want the car to just look like, you know, normal street use or going to the beach surfing. So I didn't want to glue that on there. That way we have options for how we want the car to look. So I basically just bent up some aluminum tubing and then glued two reproduction red line style surfboards on top of that, and I think it looks really cool. Here's a look on the interior. Really nice white blue two-tone dash is body color like I talked about. Detailed out the headlights and the trim on the front, the emblem there. The door handles on this car apparently have been shaved on this casting, so there's no door handles or any wipers or anything like that, which is okay. It has a nice clean custom look that way. Here's a look at the driver's side of the car. Did the rear out, all the taillights, and the trim kind of wraps all the way around the car, across the front, all the way around. This is my favorite. Like the 60s Impalas, I really think the 61 has kind of become my favorite year Impala. I really like this body style. Underneath the car, just basically did it out kind of to look factory, just flat black, and then detailed everything out like the exhaust and transmission, engine, everything. Just basically factory look underneath. As you can see, we're running the really big fat tires up back, and then just kind of the normal size up front. But that is our 61 Impala that we're calling Blue Crush. Put our little surf rack on the roof, and off to the beach we go. If you guys dig this car, give it a thumbs up. Comment below, let me know what you think of it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. There's more cool stuff like this on the way. But otherwise, stick around for some more pictures of the car. And then until next time, get out, get your hands dirty, work on your own projects, stay cool, and we'll catch you cats on the next one. Thanks for watching.